This video is brought to you by my two books, Practical Music Theory for the Rock Guitarist and The Blues Guitar Bible. Want to learn about modes, harmony, scales, chord substitution and keys? Or maybe you're interested in supercharging your blues guitar rhythm and lead chops. Whatever you're interested in, I guarantee you will be hitting the fast lane to progress with either of these works. Both feature video demonstrations and tutorials, loads of tabs and jam tracks to play along with, and I promise you, everything is explained in crystal clear plain English. Check out the links in the description for more details. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. That little tune there has a real kind of retro 70s feel to it, doesn't it? Which is exactly what I was aiming for, and given the title of today's video, what would you expect? The engine room of that performance, the thing that gave it its characteristic sound, I think, was the fact that I was using an open G tuning on the rhythm guitar part throughout. It is, I would say, the only alternative tuning that I regularly use out of all the ones that we kind of hear talked about, dadgad and open D and drop D and all those kind of things. Open G is routinely what I go to for an open tuning, because it just has that, I think, that wonderful 70s retro feel. So here's a little bit of an explanation about what's going on with the tuning and how you can use it.
Here is the explanation.
Okay then, so open G tuning, what is it, how do you do it, and how do you use it? Well, I'm currently in standard tuning here, and this is what open G is. It's basically D, G, D, G, B, D, low to high. And you can see all that means is that you take the 6th, 5th and 1st strings down to semitones. If you've got a reasonably good ear, you can do this by ear. For instance, I've got a D string here, the 4th string. Let me just move over so you can see what I'm going to be tuning. I've got the 4th string here, which is a D note. I can use that as a reference to tune the 6th string down to. Notice I went down below the note and then back up to it. That's just good practice whenever you're tuning anyway, so you're always tightening the string into tune, and that avoids the risk of building up slack in the string that you'll pull the slack out when you start playing and you're out of tune again. The 5th string I'm going to tune to the 3rd string, the reference note. Obviously there's an octave involved here, but you can hopefully still hear it. And then the 1st string, same as the 6th string. We wanted to go from an E to a D, so I'm just going to use the D note as my reference. close enough for government work, as they say. And what this now gives you is obviously a major chord that you can bar up and down the neck. So, you know, G, G sharp, A sharp, or B flat, B, C, C sharp, and so on. So if I was to go to, let's say, the 5th fret and play this chord here, that's now a C chord, and the root note is on the 5th string. And because the root note is on the 5th string, Keith Richards, who, as we know, uses this tuning extensively, only has 5 strings on his famous, what's that guitar, what's he called it, Micawber, his Telecaster. Yeah, he just takes the 6th string off. I don't go quite that far. So that's a C, and then that will be a D, so you could play something out with a G, a C, and a D chord. Then at the 12th fret you've got the G again. There's a little bit more we can do with this though, because if we add these 2 notes in front of that bar like that, then we get a wonderful 6 sus4 chord which goes, and you hear that in so many kind of classic rock 70s songs, not just by the Stones, but you know, Bad Company, Feel Like Making Love. Is it? No, it's not enough. Can't Get Enough of Your Love. That one, you know, kind of. I can't remember how it goes now, but that's how it goes. They're using that shape quite a bit. But this shape has another little trick up its sleeve as well. Let's say you were wanting to go from a C chord to an F chord. Well, obviously you could just move the bar the requisite number of frets up the neck. But basically, if you stay here and just make more play of that little shape there, that begins to give the impression that you've gone up from, in this case, the C chord to the F chord, but basically going from the 1 chord to the 4 chord. All we're doing is having a different perception of where the root note is. Now, as I'm doing that, you're probably still perceiving it as being, you know, kind of the C, but with that sort of 6 sus4 kind of variation going on. When you put this into a mix with a bass underneath it, it really does give the impression that you're moving from like the C chord to the F chord. Here's a little demonstration. And as you can hear, that was really giving the impression that, you know, the chord sequence was kind of going back and forth between a C chord and an F chord. You know, I did a little bit of that on the, let's get rid of this now. I did a little bit of that on the demo piece at the beginning of the video, and you'll also hear Keith doing it on, what's that song? Start Me Up by the Stones. How would you play minor chords like this? Well, it's not that easy, but it is doable. All you've got to do is just have that little bit of theory knowledge to know what your major and relative minors are. So if I know that's a C, okay, then, you know, I know that if a bass player plays an A note underneath that, then A minor is the relative minor of C major. And you know, therefore you play a C, the bass note is going to kind of make it sound more A minor, and that will also just kind of give you access to those chords. It's not as self-contained as playing in standard tuning, but it is, you know, something that will give you know, a mix just a slightly different feel. So there you go. That is everything I can tell you about Open G tuning. Now you know what to do. Go away and have some fun with it. And as always, you'll find a full tab for that piece of music at the top of the video in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats, along with a clip of me playing it. That explanation you've just seen there are not 1 but 2 backing tracks. 1 minus the lead guitar, so you can have a jam over the top of it, and 1 minus the rhythm guitar, so you can practice your Open G skills as well. All of that is up on my Patreon page. There's the address, link in the description. description, and as I'm sure you know by now, $3 or £3 a month gets you access to all of these additional resources that go along with these YouTube videos, and a massive thank you to everybody who supports me in that, or any of the other ways, all of which are, you know where, downstairs in the description. And that is it for today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed the video and found it useful and informative, and perhaps even a little bit entertaining, and if that's the case, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. Why not drop me a like as well while you're at it. Don't forget the live stream every Friday, 5 PM UK time. We just drink beer and chat, basically. What's not to like about that? It's a great way to kick off the weekend, and I'd love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.